Seattle fell to the Mets in 2 out of 3 games over the weekend, including a 7-3 loss Sunday in the Little League World Series Classic. Mets took it to Mariners starter George Kirby. New York scored 7 runs on 12 hits, chased Kirby out of the game with 2 outs in the 5th. The only positive for Seattle was Cal Raleigh hitting his 47th home run.
1-2. The swinging strike rate has been way up. Alvarez sends this one to the gap, and it is a diving effort that's going to fall, and Rodriguez could not come up with it. Alonso had a slow. He is in now, scoring on an RBI double. They were waiting because that's a no-fly zone out there, and Julio nearly came up with it. Leaning into this, they know it's a big pitch and a big part of this game. And that's a line shot. Nobody's catching that. Easily is scoring McNeil. Alvarez being held as it's fired back in by Julio. But the sinker about face Beatty. And this one center field. Julio will stop there, pick it up, tagging from third, Alvarez. Well done, Mark Vientos. 3-0 Mets. 1-2. And this one to Lindor, and he whiffed it. A little knuckler off the bat of Polanco, and Lindor would love that back again.
1-1 to Vientos. Hit high in the air to right field. Pretty deep. Canzone back to the track. Nearing the wall. It is gone! Mark Vientos out to right field. 3-run home run. A 4 RBI night and a big memory at the Little League Classic.
And here you got a 6-1 lead off one of the better pitchers in baseball. And Lindor golfs one deep to right center field. Did he get it? Rodriguez can't make the play. It bounces and in from third. Another run is Mullins, and Julio having a hard time as Lindor will get credited with a double.
Garrett set. Here's the pitch. Swung on, hit high, left field towards the corner. Nimmo over. He's looking up, and it is gone! Home run, Cal Raleigh. He does it again. Number 47 for Cal. He is just 1 home run away from tying the all-time home run record for catchers in a single season.
Josh finally drags that red bat across the plate, lays it on his back shoulder. Pitch. Runner goes towards second. Pitch is chopped toward the middle. Acuña's got it to his right. Flips it over to first. In time, ball game. The Mets come to Williamsport and win the Little League Classic, defeating Seattle 7-3 and take 2 out of 3.
Seattle continues its road trip in Philadelphia today against Phillies. That is underway on Root Sports Northwest. Seattle remains a game and a half behind Houston in the American League West after Baltimore took 2 of 3 from the Astros, including a 12-0 win on Sunday. Texas is 7.5 games back after a 10-4 win over Toronto, and the Angels beat the Athletics on Sunday by a final of 11-5. Well, the Seahawks picked up their first win of the preseason on Friday night on a rainy evening in Seattle over the Kansas City Chiefs, 33-16. It was complete domination by the offense for the Seahawks. They rolled up 477 yards to just 156 for the Chiefs on Friday night. Meanwhile, it was Jake Bobo. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns, 24 yards. Not too bad. Both those touchdown catches came off the arm of Drew Lock, who finished 10 of 12 for 129 yards in the game. George Halani continues to impress. What's even more impressive is the offensive line. Just moving bodies, moving bodies. There was not a lot of starters that went for the Chiefs on offense or defense on Friday night. They wanted to save everybody with it being a rainy night here in Seattle. The Seahawks now 1-0-1 on the preseason. Will wrap it up next week in Green Bay. They'll practice with the Packers for a couple of days in Green Bay, Wisconsin, and then play the game at Lambeau Field on Saturday night, and then wrap up the preseason and get ready for the regular season when they'll welcome the San Francisco 49ers into town the first weekend in September. Again, the Seahawks get the victory at home on Lumen Field surface on a wet night in Seattle, 33-16 the final. Here at Lumen Field, I'm Eric Granstrom on the NCWLIFE channel. Seattle's already back at practice this week as they'll head to Green Bay for practice with the Packers and then play on Saturday. Coach Mike Macdonald gave some good news Monday that Uchenna Nwosu is on the mend and could rejoin the team soon.
It's exciting because we're to my knowledge, we're ahead of schedule, which is really cool. So I know Uchenna's been working his tail off, which is par for the course for him. And our training staff just had a great plan. Guys done a great job, and so so he's going to be back with us. So he's going to start we have a plan to kind of ramp him up here over the course of the rest of the rest of going into the first game, and give us an option to possibly get out there early in the season.
After watching film from Friday's win over Kansas City, Coach Macdonald says there's plenty of things to be happy about, yet plenty of things to improve upon.
There's a lot of the things we felt coming off the field. I thought our guys played really hard, all three units. There's some situational stuff that I thought we did really well at the end of the half and at the beginning of the third quarter. There's some situational stuff that fell short a little bit, but it was great. The guys did a great job. The spirit on the sidelines was awesome. Coaches were dialed in. I think our operation improved from the first game as a coaching staff. So a lot of positives, and I think there's a lot of hunger too. There's a lot of eagerness to keep the ball rolling and improve on it and go to Green Bay.
Seattle wraps up the preseason Saturday afternoon at 1 o'clock against the Packers. That'll be on King 5 TV. Fans at Wenatchee Valley Super Oval enjoyed 2 days of monster trucks besides some quality door-to-door racing. Glenn Knudsen once again hoisted a first-place trophy in the Rockstar Energy B-Mods main event. Quincy Driver piloted his car in front of East Wenatchee's Donovan Stevens and Wenatchee's Brandon Knuff. Father Edge son in the Plum Perfect Roadrunner main event. Sela's Dave Scott earned his first win of the season, finishing in front of his son Alexander, who finished third. East Wenatchee's Spencer Hamilton was second. Graham's Nick Larson won the WMRA Midget main event. Olympia's Garrett McLeese was second, followed by West Richland's Richard Worley. It was a Wenatchee Ephrata finish in the B&T Towing Youth Roadrunner main event. Reagan Moore edged Kellen Ingram for first, while McKenna Lutz took third. Super Oval will be quiet for the next couple of weeks before resuming on September 6th with the Bump to Pass Boat Race Destruction event on that night. That's a look at sports news. I'm Granstrom. Have a happy Monday.